Hi, my name is Tatiana. I'm going to be taking a look at how to use Plickers. So I'll be sharing with you guys what it's like, how we can use it, and finally being able to give you some tips on using it. So first of all, Plickers is a way for teachers to assess knowledge. I think it's an easier way to do this because only one person has to have the device, which in this case it's the teacher. So you don't have to worry about every student having a device if the connection's not working, or if someone has a better cell phone than somebody else. So it kind of puts everyone on the same playing ground. And the way that it works is that each student has an individual card, and that card has a unique code on it. So the teacher scans the cards and then generates reports so that they can have assessment and follow-up and reports of the student's process. Now we're going to go through step by step. First, we're going to look at the features. So when we talk about features, we're going to first talk about the cards. So the cards we print out, there should be one card per student, and you can print them out in different ways. First one is a standard, so it's like similar to the ones that are here in the picture. Then you have expanded cards where it's one code per paper. We have a large font. So later on I'll show you the cards have letters, and that font is a little bit bigger, so this could be maybe for children with visual disabilities or younger children. And then large cards expanded, same thing, large font but now on a full-sized paper. So all of these have different possibilities depending on your group. You would print out the ones that you need. I usually print out the standard ones. Then we have a library where you can keep a folder with all of the different activities that you're doing, and you can also create classes. So here, this is like the dashboard, so you can find the recent activities you've done, the library, reports, and any kind of score sheets for the students or the groups. Now, this is just a quick overview of the reports. So you can see the last activities that you did. It'll tell you what the percentage, an average of the percentage, and it'll also tell you the name of the activity and the group that did it. So that way you can kind of keep track of what you've done recently and how the results were. Now, if you want to get more in depth, you can also go into reports and be able to generate a report like this, where you can see by question how each student did. It gives you a percentage for each of the questions, and then it gives you an overall percentage. Okay, you can search by dates. You can go to a specific day, a specific week, or a specific month. You can also get individual student reports. Now, how does it actually work? So first of all, you have to create a class, and in that class you're going to enter your students' names. Once you have that class created, you can create questions for that group. Once you create questions, then you scan the responses and you can review the data afterwards. So let's take those step by step. To be able to create questions, we go here. We can have different types of questions. So we can have either multiple choice or true or false questions. And we can also have graded questions or survey questions. Now, I think you can have up to about 5 different slides. So that means 5 different questions. You can also add images to the question so that it can be a bit more dynamic for your students. Once you've created the questions and you have everything set up, then you're going to open up your device, the app, on your device, and you're going to give each student their unique card. Okay, now on their card they have a small letter on each side, so what they have to do is, depending on the answer that they want to give, they should have that letter facing up. So they turn their card depending on the side that they want to show, and the letter, the correct letter that they think is correct, should be at the top of the page. Okay, now once they have that, you can start to ask the questions and you can scan the cards with your device. So you just kind of literally just go like that with your phone, and your phone starts scanning all of the cards. You can actually see results in real time. Right, so this is sort of what it looks like when you're doing it in class. you can see students' responses in real time, and you can set this up so you can see if you want to display while scanning. Do you want the students list to show? I like doing that because then I can see who's answered and who hasn't. You can display by the name or the card number. So if you've already assigned students to a group, then you can display by a name, and then it's a lot easier to identify them. You can hide the card numbers because you don't really need them, right? And you can hide or show the individual responses. So you can see if a student has answered, but then it won't show everyone if they've answered correctly or incorrectly. So this is usually the setting that I put, so that it doesn't have any difficulties in terms of the students, feeling bad because they answered incorrectly in front of the whole class. Okay. The second thing is that you can display it. You have a couple of options. You can display it manually, so you can either click a button while you're showing the results, or you can just have it always displayed. It'll show the answers that you're giving. They can show incorrect answers in gray or red. I always prefer gray. I don't like correcting answers in red. And then finally, they can actually show the answer, so you can display it with a check or cross, or they can just show the letter that's correct. They can also show the response count, so how many people got it correct or incorrect. Again, these are all things that, depending on your group, you can modify. Now, just some final thoughts for you guys to keep in mind. First, the app only records the answer once, so if you scan back, don't worry about scanning somebody twice. That's first thing. Second, if a student says, oh no, I made a mistake, I'm not sure, I think this is wrong, they can just simply turn it around and you can scan it again. It always records the last answer that it scans. You do need Wi-Fi if you want to project the results, so that's important, right? Basically, all you'll need is teachers to have their account on the actual website, and you should download the app and log in as well. All the information that you have on the website in your library will also show up on your phone. And you need the students to have their printed cards, and that's pretty much it. So it's very easy, and it gives you a lot of access. You can download all of the reports. So I definitely think it's just an easy tool that we can use to assess our students. I hope you guys like it.